Welcome to the Intuitive Coaching and Practice Circle, Day 1. So what happens in the first session? First, we're going to talk about intuition and the information that you receive, what it is, how you recognize it, how it is received differently by everyone. We're going to talk about how you prepare yourself to receive the information, because it's very important to be in alignment with this energy. Then we are going to practice. I'll be breaking you up into Zoom rooms with a partner, taking turns reading each other. Then we come back together, answer any questions, and you'll pair up with someone else. I have to tell you that what I am going to share with you is a combination of what I have learned from many of my spiritual mentors, Laura Lynn Jackson, Pat Longo, Julie Jancis, Marianne DeMarco, to name just a few. I was in a practice group similar to this with Pat Longo, a healer who wrote The Gifts Beneath Your Anxiety. And she's also the person who mentored and trained Teresa Caputo, the Long Island medium. I have to admit, it was very scary. When she separated us into Zoom rooms, the doubt, the overthinking, the fear was overwhelming at times, until I learned to just go blank and notice. I understand how you might feel right now. I've been there. I still have those fears at times, but the key really is in the surrender. Release your expectations of what it should be, of what you expect, of what your client expects, and just notice what random thoughts, visions, words, sounds, knowings come to you. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right." So with that, I want you to repeat these mantras. I am open to being intuitive. I expect to be intuitive. I trust the intuitive guidance that I receive. And I will act upon the insights that come to me. And in this case, that means I will share the insights that come to me. So random thoughts. A random thought can be a dialogue with your guides. And when a random thought becomes repetitive, it's a serious message. So pay attention. If you get a random song in your head, check out the lyrics. And remember, if you are thinking, you are not linking with spirit. According to Pat Longo, there are two components needed to be a healer: compassion and intention. So let's get started. Intent. The intent of this class is to assist you to develop and progress your intuitive skills for the highest and greatest good. Your intuitive skills can be used to guide your life toward your highest and greatest good, as well as for the highest and greatest good of your client. And in this practice, we're going to focus on how to use your intuitive skills to benefit others. And intent is huge. This is not a party trick. This is not to boost your ego. If so, you're on your own. But if your intent is to serve, your spirit team gets behind you and they deliver. Intuitiveness. What is that? It is the ability to connect and receive messages or to have awareness without previous insight. And the crucial part of understanding and developing intuition is learning how to listen to your own inner knowing. Each of us receives and perceives intuitive messages in a slightly different way, often through pathways connected to the sixth senses or the clairs. So intuitive information comes to you, number one, through your clairs, And number 2, through your own experience and reference. Let's talk about the clairs. Claircognizance is a clear knowing. Claircognizance is having a thought pop into your head. Knowledge that you have a source of information without pinpointing where it came from. Premonitions can be a form of claircognizant. It is one of the most challenging of the clairs, since there is rarely any connection for us to rely on aside from having the information and not knowing why. Clairvoyance. Clear seeing. Clairvoyance can include seeing images, visuals, colors, flashes within your mind, or outside of yourself. It includes noticing physical details, daydreaming, and dreams. Clairaudience, or clear hearing. Clairaudience is sound. This can be within our minds or outside of us. It can be perceived through music, words, or any other sound, and when it's in your mind, it usually comes in your own voice. Clairsentience means clear feeling. Clairsentience is the experience of gut feelings. These feelings or emotion can come through physical changes or by empathically feeling the pain of others. You may feel tightness or sensations in your own physical body that are not yours. Clairgustance, clear taste. This is one of the more rare clairs, and it can be recognized as having a taste of something that is not present. It can also be a heightened sense of taste with particular foods and beverages. Tasting your mother's or your grandmother's chicken soup when you're not actually eating it. Clairaudience, clear smells. It is also one of the less common of the clairs, and many people with this sense can smell flowers or cologne from a grandparent or a loved one who has passed. It can also be present with those who are drawn to work with flowers, plants, food, and in professions where a scent is a dominant aspect to the career. Information that comes through your own experience and reference. Signs, symbols, and information may come through your own experience and reference. It may mean exactly what the symbol is, or it may mean what it means to you. Pat Longo recommended making your own spirit symbol library, and her directions were to make a list, starting with your grandparents, one person at a time. Reflect for 1 to 2 minutes on the things you can remember. What stands out? What were their quirks? How did they pass? And add to this list a narcissist, someone with an eating disorder, someone with an addiction, maybe someone who has experienced domestic violence, or any other topic that you might think of that you feel would be important in a reading. And if during a session any of these people come to mind, the person in front of you or someone they know may be struggling similarly. Use your feelings of everything that you have experienced, because messages come through your frame of reference. And it is not your job to expose everything. It is their job to place it. Alignment of energy. The information that is perceived by the way of clairs is energetic in nature. This energy is subtle, less dense in comparison to universally evident matter and energy such as sound waves, light waves. So therefore, we must adjust ourselves to certain frequencies to discern it. We align to those higher frequencies to be able to receive the energy in comprehensible form of messages, words, images, and feelings. And when someone intentionally alters their vibration through practices of meditation, gratitude, compassion. They can connect with their higher self and resonate with energetic information provided at this frequency. Their guides may then provide them with ideas, healing, dreams, visions, inspiration. Barriers to accessing intuition: doubt, fear, mindset, beliefs, control, clutter may all be blocking our intuition. However, we can remove those blocks and continue the work to keep our intuitive pathways clear. Doubt. Doubt diminishes intuitive hits as your mind provides you with reasons why you cannot trust your intuition. Doubt stems from the lack of trust, and letting go of doubtful thoughts is necessary to receive intuitive guidance. Fear. Fear, like doubt, is rooted in lack. The difference is that fear is usually connected to the past or the future and puts you back into your head. And when we begin operating and reacting from that mental state, instead of responding with conscious awareness. Mindset and beliefs have to do with attitudes that we hold. We can desire to have a deeper connection to spirit, but if you believe it's not possible, that you're not worthy, that you're not able to do this, you dilute the possibility of the connection. Control. Forcing or trying to control the outcome of a request for intuitive guidance takes us out of alignment. Releasing control and trusting in the process leads to a greater awareness of self and provides space to receive for the highest and greatest good. Clutter. Clutter blocks energy. If the clutter is old negative thoughts replaying in your head, they are taking up space that could be occupied by divine and intuitive messages. Physical clutter is often a symptom of energetic clutter, and releasing possessions that are no longer serving you may open blocked energy channels as well. Presence. Presence is where the magic of the spiritual connection occurs. It is the divine space where we are all available to receive. It involves keeping a focused intention on the connection, being open to the experience, and fully listening with all the clairs and senses engaged. Without presence, the subtle messages from spirit can be overlooked. Being mindfully present is also critical in working with clients, as they will be communicating with you from sometimes very vulnerable states. Your presence can provide compassion, insight, and awareness. Preparing to connect. Starting with rituals is very important. I like to light a white candle as my sign that I am open and ready to receive. I do a surround, ground, and shield as I was taught by Pat Longo. It takes a few seconds to just imagine surrounding yourself in divine white light of protection. Imagine grounding yourself with roots from the bottom of your feet and your tailbone linking you to the earth. And imagine placing on a shield of armor that covers your heart and your solar plexus. Surround, ground, and shield. Clearing, removing negative energy, removing physical clutter from your space. Doing a body scan. How are you feeling? Notice what you are feeling in each part of your body and relax it as you scan. This helps you become aware of your body and your energy in the moments before a session. Any changes you feel during a session are likely a clairsentient message from spirit. Start by asking yourself how you are feeling. Sit in stillness and notice your body. Any aches, any pains, any tightness, any twitches. Your body is like a barometer for energy. If you show up to the reading with a sore ankle, then you can separate that from an ankle that starts to hurt or bother you while you begin tapping into the energy and messages for the session. You can be picking up on your client's sore ankle, or it can be an interesting way that a message is translated through clairsentience. Grounding. Take the time to prepare for your spiritual connection by grounding yourself. Grounding involves forming a connection with the earth and your body using imagery. It's a beautiful opportunity to play and explore, walking barefoot on the earth. Begin using the clairs to guide you in your grounding practice. Focusing on the breath is one way of grounding. Imagining roots growing down into the earth from the bottom of your feet or your pelvis can also create a grounding experience. Seeing, sensing, feeling a magnet connecting you to the earth is another option. Take a moment to practice grounding yourself before moving on. Centering. Grounding establishes your connection to the earth and your body, and centering allows you to call in or invoke your spirit. It redirects your energy, and you can ask specific angels, guardians, and guides to help. This is similar to the prayer that we do before a Reiki session, but I make it much less formal. I make it casual. I have a conversation with my spirit team, and I ask them to help me in this session, to bring clear information, to open me up, to help me be aware, and to also protect me, as I will only connect with beings that stand in God's white light. Intention. Remember, you are an instrument in the peace and healing of others. So set an open intention. Tell me what my client needs to know for their highest and greatest good. Release expectations and ask for whatever is needed for their highest and greatest good to come through. And again, your intent is to only connect to those beings that stand in God's white light. Delivery. Information is always delivered with care and compassion. You do not interpret, and you do not deliver negative information. So, are you ready? Let's go. I am going to bring you through the preparation that you can use before a session. First, we're going to clear your energy. Let's close your eyes with your feet on the floor and your hands on an inanimate object. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release all negativity, all fears, all doubts. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release your expectations. Empty your mind. Clear your mind. Now scan and relax your body from the tip of your toes to the top of your head. Starting with your toes, notice what you feel and relax. Relax your ankles, your shins, your calves, your knees. Notice your thighs and your hamstrings and relax. Your hips, your pelvis, your lower back and relax. Notice your upper back, your chest, your heart. Take a deep breath and relax. Your shoulders, your arms, all the way to your hands. Relax your fingers. Relax your neck. Relax your throat and notice what you feel. Is there tension? Is there tightness? Going into your head. Notice what you feel and relax. Emptying your doubts, your thoughts, your mind, all the way to the top of your head. Now we will begin a grounding meditation. I want you to picture yourself somewhere out in nature, somewhere that feels right for you. I want you to see yourself standing with bare feet on the earth and look around and see all the natural beauty around you. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face. Appreciate the sounds of this setting, the smells of this setting, and bringing your attention to your feet. Feel the earth beneath your feet and imagine roots like roots of a tree growing down far, growing wide, all the way to the center of the earth, and you feel connected, you feel safe, you feel supported. At the center of the earth, see the light, see the golden, sparkling, warm, loving, healing, divine light. The brighter this light gets, the safer you feel. Watch that light start rising up those roots towards the bottom of your feet. And as it reaches your feet, feel the tingling in your toes, in the sole of your feet, and allow that tingling to extend to the top of your feet, into your legs, into your hips, into your pelvis. Feel that tingling start rising up your spine as you take a deep breath in and draw that light up into your chest, into your heart. Filling your neck, filling your throat, filling your head front to back, side to side, top to bottom. Feel the tingling at the top of your head and your hair follicles, and allow this tingling to extend 10 feet over your head as you begin to feel lighter, expansive, connected. Imagine an opening at the top of your head through which this light goes straight up to the sky. And from that cord of light comes divine healing energy, showering over you, placing you in a bubble of white light of divine protection. See that light entering the top of your head, filling your head, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, your root chakra, going down both legs and exiting your feet deep into the earth. Feel the connection with the divine above and the earth below. Feel the oneness with all that is. Feel the oneness with infinite possibility, infinite wisdom, infinite love, and infinite connection with your spirit team. Now call in your team. Call in your client's team and the guides of the highest abilities to assist you with your client's healing for their highest and greatest good. Ask for clear communication. Release your expectations and control. And then just notice what comes to you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And this is the part where we break up into Zoom rooms. So when you get into your room, the first thing after you introduce yourself and you both meet each other, is to take a moment, if you're the reader, take a deep breath. Center yourself, ground yourself, relax. And then just notice what comes to you and share that